Welcome back. With the markets at all-time highs, there are plenty of sectors that are at all-time highs as well, and the sectors that are doing well. Muthoot Finance, actually the first corporate on our radar today. The company's Q4 performance, especially in the gold business, was very strong. The assets under management have risen by 9% year-on-year, while the loan growth saw a nearly 10% rise sequentially. George Alexander Muthoot, who's the managing director at Muthoot Finance, joins us now to talk more about that. George, thanks a lot for joining in. Always great speaking with you here on CNBC TV18. I wanted to understand, the last time, of course, you told us that your core focus will continue to be in the gold market. But over there as well, competition has intensified. There is a little bit of pressure that you have been facing in the recent past. So I just want to understand, how is the competitive landscape now in the gold loan segment? And what would this mean in terms of your, growth, the AUMs, etc.? Will it continue to be in double digits in FY24? And what's the outlook?
Good morning. Thank you. And the outlook for gold loan is quite good. We had said that we would be growing well this year. Last quarter has been good, and this quarter is also equally good. We are happy that the sector is growing. Gold loan business for Muthoot is also growing. Last time we had been saying that for Muthoot Finance, the primary focus is always gold loan, and it will continue to be a focus going forward also. So we had last year, in the last conversations, we had suggested or we had indicated a growth of 15% in the gold loan AUM. I think we should hold by that, because as the trend in the last quarter and this quarter we see is that we may be able to, or we will be quite comfortably be able to do the 15% growth in the gold loan AUM this year.
Mr. Muthoot,
next, you also wanted to know about the competitive landscape. Yes, quite a few players have actually started entering into this market. The few NBFCs have come into the market, and some of them have started giving gold loan also. But then, from what previous experience or experience I have with others also, other NBFCs also joining the gold loan, I feel that after a while, fatigue will start coming in, and these NBFCs will move their focus from gold loan to something else. That's what I have seen earlier. As regards to the banks, especially the PSU banks, and all the banks which had quite a lot of, bad loans, sticky loans in the big corporate sector, have now turned their attention to gold loan. And the last 3-4 quarters, most of them have been doing gold loan. Of course, they have a big branch network.
Right.
The banks have about 60,000 plus branches all over India, and quite a few of them are giving gold loan also. But then, by the banks giving the gold loans, the market is deepening. More and more customers are getting into the gold loan bandwagon. That means they are getting more comfortable to do gold loans. Gold loan is actually a very smart way of taking a loan, and people are realizing that. The market is also increasing. So although competition is coming, we, as from our side, have not seen any dip in our growth. And as I said earlier, we will be able to do the 15% plus growth in the gold loan sector this year.
Right. Mr. Muthoot, that's a very comprehensive response. Actually, there was a bit of a dip earlier, but the dip was reversed. Fourth quarter was very good. And that 15% growth, we spoke with you about a month ago, and that 15% growth is reassuring to the market. Investors have taken note. Your stock started to repair some of the damage it has seen. Actually, NBFCs and banks entering the space is, in a way, yesterday's story, right? The new story is competitive intensity coming down, what you've been telling us in the last 2 or 3 interactions that we've had with you. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, I stand by it because the competitive intensity is coming down, because the NBFCs and banks are also looking elsewhere for their growth, not the gold loan. It was good earlier, but now they are also realizing that it is not that easy also. It's quite a few process-oriented and operationally challenging business also. So I think after a while, they will reduce their focus. But I'm sure even with they're continuing to do this, we should continue to grow our book.
Okay.
So, Mr. Muthoot, I guess you've made it very clear you're expecting 15% growth in your gold loan business this year, and you're not too perturbed with this competitive intensity. So then let's talk about some of the other business internals. We seem to be in a long pause kind of a situation with respect to the central bank, though the RBI keeps saying this is just a pause, it's not a pivot. But what is your outlook on the cost of funding? In the fourth quarter, margins tapered off a little bit. I mean, you were down to just below, I think, 12%. What is the outlook?
I think the cost of funding, the cost of incremental borrowing, I think it is stabilizing. It is not going up any further. In the last 1 year, it has gone up by about 100 basis points. But the gold loan being such retail loans, we were able to maybe pass it on to our borrowers, because borrowers also, when they borrow from elsewhere, whether it is a gold loan or any other loan, they have started paying higher rates. So when they have started paying higher rates in other loans, they wouldn't mind paying a higher rate in gold loans. So we have been able to pass on that. Coming to our margins, our spread, we would like to keep it between 10 and 11. I think going forward also, we should be able to maintain the spread of 10 to 11% on our gold loan.
Okay, that's on the gold loan side. We've talked about that at length. Tell us a little bit about the non-gold loan portfolio as well. Mr. Muthoot, what kind of growth are you seeing there? And in terms of asset quality too, how is that shaping up for FY24?
Yeah, as far as the other loan books is concerned, we had gone into the affordable housing sector, and we also had a pause in the last 2 years because we were not growing that book well. But now that we have a new CEO also coming in the last 4 months, we are seeing growth in the last quarter. We have seen good growth in the affordable sector, affordable home loan sector, and we should see good growth going forward also. We expect the affordable housing finance portfolio is about 1,200, 1,300 today. We should see it reaching 1,800, 1,900 by the end of the year. The other non-gold loan portfolios were the salaried personal loan, which we started. We have about 600 crores portfolio there. We should see it reaching to about 1,000 crores by the end of the year. The microfinance, which is done by our subsidiary, Bellstar, the microfinance sector has been doing well. Among the other peers in the market, the microfinance sector of Muthoot is also growing well. They have about 6,000 crores of portfolio, and surely by end of the year, they should also reach about 8,000 to 8,500 crores. So the other portfolios are also growing. We recently started a very fast personal loan to our gold loan customers also, very small portfolio. But then that is also being offered to our gold loan customers who have a good track record and who are willing to pay the EMIs. Today, the gold loan, what we give was all bullet loans. So those who are interested, they can take the EMI loan as a quick personal loan.
Got it, Mr. Muthoot. It's a pleasure as always, sir. Thank you very much for joining us and running us through all of that detail. Directionally, looking good. And that's what markets want to hear. Thank you very much for your time here on CNBC TV18.